what's up?
The popcorn ceiling.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to... What?
It's the popcorn ceiling.
Is that what you call that?
Yeah.
Alright.
It does something with sound so people upstairs can't hear us as good. You didn't know that?
No, I just thought it was a design choice to make it all
Well,
spiky.
it's also a design choice, but it also suppresses sound between the floors.
Oh, that's neat. I never thought it was doing, because I have like walls that are like this in my... Never mind! So, we're talking about
popcorn ceiling!
We're talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and this week's episode is called Among Us Hide.
Dot.
Among Us Hide, ellipsis. Why don't you tell us what it's about, Connor?
Well, it starts off, I think the first shot is even of May's husband on a gurney.
Yeah, and then...
Alive!
Yeah, which... Bullshit. Well, I called bullshit. It makes sense later on.
You called bullshit right at the beginning of the episode. I was
yeah, because it looked like he died.
I was like, did you really think they would kill off May's husband?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a Joss Whedon production.
This is a Marvel production.
It's also a Joss Whedon production.
It follows the nerd rule, Matt. Nobody ever really dies. They've killed Loki 3 times.
They also killed Quicksilver.
And I would not be shocked if he comes back in Civil War.
God damn it.
He better not, but I wouldn't be shocked if he does.
Anyway, so yeah, May's husband isn't dead. Somehow he's still alive.
He says he was shaved by a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent who was tailing him.
Yeah.
Daisy, this is another one of those episodes that has a lot of meanwhiles.
Yeah, as opposed to last episode.
As opposed to last episode where everything was Simmons, this is a lot, we're going back to the normal.
There's actually
S.H.I.E.L.D.
barely any Simmons in this episode.
Yeah, which was weird. I don't want Simmons.
But whatever. I mean, there's whatever.
What was I talking about? Daisy was doing something.
Daisy was doing something.
She's been doing research and she suspects that Lash is a member of the ATCU because how the hell else would they have known that they were driving what's his face from 2 episodes ago in a car and then attack them?
And it has nothing to do with the fact that she doesn't like Rosalind.
It has nothing to do with the fact that she hates the ATCU and is totally prejudiced against them.
And evil stepmother Rosalind.
And evil stepmom Rosalind, yes. So she suspects that the one big buff, like
the bald guy,
the bald guy who's
the bald guy that reminds me of the bald guy from Iron Man 3.
Yeah, he's kind of like the macho like leader of the ATCU little squadron that they have.
Yeah, he's kind of like Rosalind's like muscle.
And Daisy is like, he's Lash.
He's Lash because he's suspicious as fuck.
And she tells Coulson this, and Coulson's like, all right, you guys handle this. I'm gonna go with Rosalind and go check out the ATCU facility. Because the idea is that Rosalind is like, all right, so today we'll go and I'll show you the ATCU facility. Meanwhile, May is very upset.
Yes, she is.
And she corners Bobby and kicks the fuck out of her. But then Bobby retaliates and May's like, alright, cool, you're coming on me with this mission to take Ward.
I was just testing you.
I was just testing you.
What if, like, she wasn't? She just wanted to beat the shit out of Bobby, and then Bobby fought back, and she was like, oh, I was just testing you!
Yeah.
You know?
And then, like, as they go to leave, May and Hunter have a little confrontation where May is obviously still angry with Hunter for what he did and got her husband shot and all that.
But he's fine, so...
But then May and Bobby, they decide they're gonna go after Strucker Jr. They're gonna find him and then they'll get him to lead them to Ward.
Yes.
And speaking of Von Strucker, we get a glimpse of Von Strucker talking with, who is it, Matt?
His name is Gideon Malik, played by Powers Booth, and
It's a weird name.
Powers Booth?
That's
an awesome name. If your first name was Powers, that'd be awesome.
Like, because, like, he sounds like he is himself a booth for powers.
No, it's
like Powers Booth. You just step into the booth and you walk out with powers. It sounds awesome.
And they don't really say anything about who he is in the show. I had to look up a lot of this stuff because I heard he was going to be on the show like a few months ago.
He was in
forgot about it.
He was in the what movie?
He was in the Avengers as a member of the World Security Council.
Yeah. But his face was
was all shadowy.
So nobody recognized him, but it was supposed to be a big reveal. So I guess
right. So I don't think it's supposed. Like, I feel like this kind of stuff is like I don't think you need to understand he was a member of the World Security Council to like understand this.
No.
Like, he's supposed to be like one of the leaders of Hydra.
Yeah.
Like, I had to look all of this stuff up because I had no idea who this guy was.
And he brings up his buddy Ward and is like, Ward, quit dicking around with this Strucker kid. Alright? He's a liability. I'm gonna tell you where he is. You go beat the shit out of him, right? Meanwhile, Coulson and Rosalind are in a car driving towards the ATCU facility. What does ATCU stand for again? I don't remember.
Oh, fuck, I don't care.
Okay. Anyway.
The acronym doesn't spell anything, so I don't care what they're called.
Rosalind gets a call on her phone, and she's like, what's going on, buddy? She doesn't say
Guy.
buddy, guy, friend.
Friend.
But she basically says, something's come up, there's an emergency, I need to deal with this. We'll do this. We'll do this facility tour some other time. And then Coulson is like, nah.
No, I paid for these tickets. You're gonna take me to fucking Disneyland.
He's like, I'll come with you and I'll help you deal with this emergency. And Rosalind is just like, all right, fuck you two. Anyway,
Fine,
driver,
God,
take me home. And I'm like, oh, they go on, do it.
They didn't do it.
They didn't do it. They should have. They're going to.
They're going to. I totally ship it.
Hunter talks with Fitz a little bit.
Yeah.
At one point. And Hunter's like, I don't think bringing Will back is such a good idea because like he snogged with your woman, and if he comes back, he's just gonna snog with her again. And Fitz is like, can you please get out of my fucking science lab so I can do my damn job?
Can you stop saying snog in an American accent? It sounds weird. It's like one of those words that sounds right in like the right accent, but when you don't use the accent, it sounds really weird.
Well, excuse me then.
Like I know that's probably the word he said, but like.
Anyway.
It's weird when you say it, because you're not British.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm American. He's going to snog your woman.
Anyway, Hunter, like, doesn't have, like, a job at the moment, because everybody's just kind of like, you fucking dick, you shot at Ward, and you got fucking May's husband all hurt and shit, and, like, so everybody's kind of hating on Ward, and Ward's like, come on, guys. And then... Daisy does something.
She decides
Daisy talks to Andrew and tells Andrew that Lash can turn into a person, to which Andrew is like, gasp! And then fuck, I lost my spot. I wrote it all down. Hold on.
She decides to like tail or track the...
Her and Mac decide they're gonna track the dude's name is Banks, who's the bald guy from the ATC.
I just call him Baldy McDouchebag.
Okay, cool.
So they had to track Baldy McDouchebag to figure out where
Hunter's like, please take me with you.
Please, I'm so lonely. Nobody wants me with them.
So they do
Come
that.
on, I have a sexy accent. I'll fit in right with your team.
So they go after that. Meanwhile, May and Bobby are breaking into a bank.
Yeah.
And they break out of a security box. I forgot what's in the security box.
I forgot also what's in the
did I write
security
it down?
box. It's something. Something is in that box.
I didn't write it down.
I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it.
It's like all of like Strucker's stuff, right? Like,
Yeah, it's Strucker's security box.
It's just got a lot of Strucker stuff in it.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to find where he is.
Yeah.
Then like an alarm goes off and May's like, well, we're fucked. And Bobby's like, let's be diplomatic about this. Let me try to convince this guy that we can give him a job or something. And then May's like, fuck that, and just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, May's not feeling very,
diplomatic.
Yeah, she just wants to kick the shit out of everybody because her husband got shot.
Meanwhile,
Hunter,
Mac, and Daisy are still following Banks home.
Yeah.
They're starting to plan out. Okay, we gotta be sneaky about this. We gotta be careful. Meanwhile, Hunter is outside and shoots Banks in the face with a stun gun, of course.
This is why nobody wants you around, Hunter. Because you just shoot fucking everybody.
And then Daisy's like, dude, we need to figure out if he's a Lash. We can't, like, we need at least, like, a sample of his blood, because all Inhumans have this, like, gene thing. And he's just like, BAM! And, like, hits him in the nose, and, like,
there's blood!
He's like, there's your blood.
And so they send it to Simmons. Simmons does a blood analysis. He's not...
Spoiler alert, the first person they suspect isn't Lash.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah. They pull off the mask, and it's not a mask.
Oh no, the Inhumans are real!
Coulson's at Rosalind's house now. There is a break-in, and her personal items were touched. or tampered with.
Fondled.
Fondled. Anyway, what does he find on the shelf? Like biologies of who?
Oh, fuck, Margaret Thatcher. It's like
I didn't know there were
biography.
this many biographies of Margaret Thatcher, and then like he finds a baseball bat with like all these like signatures on it and like all this kind of cool stuff.
So Rosalind likes to collect shit just like Coulson does.
Yeah.
So they're kind of
Rosalind's basically female Coulson.
Rosalind is like anti-Coulson, but she's also like Coulson in a lot of ways. So they're totally gonna fuck. I mean, assuming she survives this season. Then,
Meanwhile, Simmons has another little session with Andrew.
yeah, and she's
And
like,
she makes fun of Andrew now because
yeah, no, he's the one that needs a
he's the one that needs
psychoanalysis.
therapy. And that's pretty much that scene.
Enough of Simmons. We don't need any more Simmons. We had enough Simmons.
Rosalind buys dinner for Coulson from his favorite burger joint. Is like bag, and then Coulson is like, "Hey, don't fucking bullshit me. I know what you're doing. You don't want. You just don't want me to."
Did you stage this? Come on, Rosalind. Did you stage this? Don't bullshit me.
Turns out Rosalind staged it because she didn't want Coulson to see the ATCU facility. We'll find out why in a second. But meanwhile, May and Bobby find Strucker's house, and Ward's already there, and all his people. Well, Ward's not there, but his people are there.
Yeah.
They're cutting up. They're cutting up Strucker pretty bad. And a fight ensues.
Bam, 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 bam. And Daisy they're still tracking down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Daisy and everybody they wind up at the ATCU facility.
And they're using
a little
one
drone.
of those little dwarf droids that Fitz made. But this one can turn invisible.
Yeah.
Cool. So
So they go inside the ATCU facility, and what they see is this. They're loading this like crate, and inside the crate is a dude. And he's floating in like stasis gel.
yeah, and what the ACTU does is they take in humans,
put
them into stasis gel,
so coma forever
until
they find a cure.
So they can't harm people. And Daisy's like, "What? This is awful." And then who does she see with Rosalind watching this horrible scene? Coulson. And she's like, "Dad, no!"
Yeah, she's like, he should be freaking out. Why is he so calm? What's going on here? Has Coulson betrayed us? Is there going to be a civil war between Daisy and Coulson? Oh boy, I hope so.
There's gonna be a civil war, right?
Well, the different civil war. Actually, what if that leads into that civil war? That would be
fucking
cool.
might, I don't know.
Anyway, but basically they keep Rosalind explains to Coulson that they keep the Inhumans kind of in stasis in like this like coma.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to work on like a cure, which like Daisy is one of the people who doesn't think that like you need to cure it anymore. She did at one point, but now she's like it doesn't need to be cured. It's weird, fucking.
Now she's like mutant and proud. I mean, human and proud.
What?
What?
What did you say?
I said now she's like mutant and proud. I mean, and human and proud.
I was gonna say LGBT and proud, but I don't know.
Mutants, gay people, it's the same thing in this universe.
Really is. It really.
It's the same fucking thing. I mean, and humans, not mutants. Fuck. Don't sue me, Fox.
We don't make any money on these videos.
Yeah, I know. But fuck, I'm still sued because they're so pissed about Fantastic Four.
I lost my place. Oh, Fitz is helping Simmons. Obviously, we know this. And like Fitz is like, the monolith we might not be able to do it with the monolith. We might have to find some other way, but don't worry, we'll figure it out. And then as Simmons walk away, Fitz clicks a button on his computer, and we see a bunch of files about Will pop up, and it's like, oh, he's spying on Will. He's trying to figure out who he is. He's
jelly.
He's jelly.
He's jelly.
Oh, and then back to May and Bobby fighting.
May and Bobby fighting Hydra.
They win, obviously.
Because Hydra sucks. Fuck Hydra.
Bobby kills a motherfucker in the pool.
She electrifies him. That was a wordless second in command guy, right?
Yeah, the only other black guy in Hydra.
The black British guy.
The black British guy.
Yeah.
And then May is like, where is Strucker? Where is Ward? She asks Strucker, where is Ward?
Where is Strucker? I'm right here.
I'm right here, you stupid bitch. And then she's like, but then Andrew said, or not Andrew. Strucker says.
You keep mixing up all your like.
I can't keep things straight.
Anyway, so Strucker starts telling her what really happened at the gas station.
Strucker is like, I didn't know he could turn into that thing, and then it's like, what?
And then it turns out, dun dun dun. Andrew is Lash. Gotta say, I didn't see this one coming.
Nope.
I was betting it would be Bobby.
I was betting it was maybe going to be Coulson or Hunter.
That'd be a weird one.
Coulson or Hunter were my top two.
Bobby just seems suspicious, like, for the last 3 episodes. I was like, maybe it's Bobby, like, now that it's
handicapped, man.
I know, but
it's
like,
not suspicious.
I don't know, fuck it, whatever. So anyway, Andrew's Lash.
And like, I think in this scene, in this one scene in particular with the gas station, it might have just been me, but I think he looked a lot better in that scene.
No, they've been working on it. Well, some
like
of it was
the transformation looked a little like
It was
like
CGI.
It was poorly done.
It was
like,
television CGI.
Yeah, it was the transformation itself didn't look all that great, but once he was Lash, I think he looked a lot better. It looks like they shortened up some of his porcupine hair, and like he looks a lot darker.
Yeah, and then back at S.H.I.E.L.D. HQ, Daisy gets a call from Lincoln.
This is like the post-credit.
This is like the post-credit
scene. Daisy calls Lincoln, and they just kind of like talk for a second, and then she like leaves. And
then Andrew's like, "Hey, was that Lincoln? Did he tell you where he was so I can maybe go and find him? By the way, I'm not Lash." And Daisy's like, "No, he didn't tell me, but you know, we're gonna help find him." And Andrew's like, "Okay, good." Winks at the camera, walks away. He doesn't really do that.
He might as well.
He might as well have. So yeah, holy fuck.
Pros.
The Andrew being Lash thing, didn't see it coming, but I love the twist.
Also, you were like, fuck that, why is Andrew still alive at the beginning of the episode?
I was like, no, what the fuck? I thought he was gonna be dead. I thought it was gonna be like, giving May like a lot of motivation, and like, her ex-husband is dead, and it was gonna be like this big emotional thing, and then he was alive, like, fuck you, you ruined it!
See, like, you had the reaction that I had to the Doctor and Davros thing.
Yeah, I was like, that's bullshit, because like, this was a huge emotional thing. It's like, holy shit, Andrew is dead. This is like a big thing that's gonna impact May for this season. And then they reversed it. It was like, what the fuck?
But then they made it worse because now Andrew's a bad guy.
Yeah, no, they made it good. Like, they actually made it work. So all of my hatred
like, honestly,
towards the beginning bullshit, I'm fine with.
I don't know what would have been worse. Andrew being dead or Andrew being Lash. That might be worse.
Yeah, that's actually worse. That is actually a lot worse.
So I'm actually happy with that now.
No, I'm happy with it now.
I was kind of in the same boat as you with like the Andrew's alive thing. I was like...
Now I'm fine with
it. But I kind of expected it given that it's Marvel and they don't really kill that.
I was expecting this to stay dead because it's fucking Whedon, and Whedon just killed off a lot of people.
Like, they don't kill recurring characters though often in that
I know, well, they killed...
but now he's an important character and he's Lash.
Yeah, now he's the villain.
That's even more emotionally destroying for
me. So
that's a plus.
Love that. Yeah. You talk now.
Thank you, man. The like parallels that they're drawing to, like, I guess, I don't know. I don't want to say like the LGBT community, but like the whole like should we and can we cure?
Yeah, no, that stuff is always good whenever, like, because X-Men does that a lot, and since like
X-Men does that, and
X-Men does it a lot, and now they're doing it with Inhumans, which basically Inhumans are just basically mutants.
Yeah, which like it's cool to see like the developing kind of like both sides of that with Daisy and Coulson and Rosalind and all that.
Yeah.
Like I think what we're gonna end up seeing is like a side that's like Daisy and Mac and Coulson and Rosalind. And then people are just kind of like gonna pick sides, and I actually highly anticipate that Daisy is gonna like butt heads and like actually like fight with Coulson and his group at some point.
And her team of Secret Warrior Inhumans.
And her team of Warrior Inhumans also. I mean,
hopefully they're gonna fucking it. We were promised Secret Warriors this season. I want Secret Warriors.
Isn't that like kind of the premise of Secret Warriors? Or I don't know anything about
it. Secret Warriors is kind of like a team of like, in the comics it was like a team of like superpowered individuals that like work with S.H.I.E.L.D. and like...
What if they work against S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, they work for S.H.I.E.L.D. because like...
But what if in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they work against S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Well, then they work against S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, they're building up to it because like they're like... Because Andrew's like doing like psych evaluations of different humans to be like seeing if they can like be on the team or whatever. Whatever.
But like that whole like ATCU facility scene and like just seeing the different reactions between like Daisy and like Rosalind, because Rosalind like legitimately wants to like help the Inhumans, but she wants to like cure them, not just like teach them how to use it. Because Daisy's all about like teaching them how to use their powers and like live with it. Rosalind's like, let's keep them in stasis so they can't hurt anyone and find a cure for it.
Like what Rosalind's doing, it's
so like
her heart's in the right place, but like how she's doing it is kind of like harmful to the Inhumans, but her heart is in the right place, so she's not really the bad guy here.
She has good motivations.
Yeah.
But what she's doing is ultimately, I mean, at least in my opinion, wrong.
Yeah, no, it's wrong what she's doing, but it's for the right reasons.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call
she's doing the wrong thing for the right reasons.
Yeah, so I can't really call her a villain in that aspect because, you know...
Well, I mean, maybe anti-hero?
Yeah, she's more like an anti-hero, or at least a well-intentioned extremist.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she thinks she's doing it right.
So it's cool to see that dynamic of her character coming out.
Yeah.
Want to move on to cons?
Yeah,
I think we touched on everything, right?
Yeah, we touched on everything.
I mean, my one thing is I would have liked to see more of Fitz and Simmons.
Yeah, no, because after the last
a whole episode of Simmons,
I was expecting
I need more of Simmons.
A little bit more on like this, but you know.
But I get they need to handle like all the Hydra and all the Lash stuff.
Ever, you know?
They have a lot going on this season, which I kind of like too. But
yeah, Hunter keeps doing stupid shit. Hunter needs to stop doing stupid shit.
Hunter needs to stop doing stupid shit.
Hunter needs to stop doing stupid shit.
Hunter's like, please let me drive. Fitz. He's gonna snog a girlfriend.
See, now it's okay because you're doing the accent. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think that's kind of like his character, though. Just like the way he deals with shit is kind of just making bad decisions.
Probably him and Bobby got divorced in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, other than that, I can't really think of anything.
Yeah, no, I think that's and everything. So, next episode, more of the Andrew's Lash thing, and May is gonna be pissed.
May is gonna be pissed for the next like 3 seasons.
May is gonna be pissed. Yeah, now that May is back, May is just gonna be eternally pissed.
Yeah.
May is not happy. Ugh.
Alright, so that does it for this one.
Strucker shot her husband, her husband's an Inhuman.
Her husband is Lash.
I mean, nothing is going good for May.
Her husband's not an Inhuman, he's the Inhuman.
He is Lash, if we didn't say that enough.
Yeah, he's Lash. I mean, spoiler alert. I mean, I don't know why you're watching this if you don't want spoilers, but...
Yeah, I mean, even if you're not watching the show, you know... Whoops.
It's better now, I promise. I mean, if you like...
Yeah, the show's good now, I swear!
If you like quit after season 1, come back, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, also, before we end this one, there was no new South Park this week.
No.
So there was no vlog for that this week.
Yeah, there is no new South Park.
Which I don't know what the fuck they're doing with the scheduling. I don't know if it's Comedy Central doing it, or if it's Trey and Matt, but... They'll go like just a week without doing an episode.
Doesn't matter, as long as it's funny.
Yeah, whatever. So, hopefully next week there will be a new South Park. So, we'll see you then with that, and new S.H.I.E.L.D. and whatever.
Cool.